8 o'clock, perfect. Here we are, 2025, and the first Katie's Arms of 2025. So welcome to everybody. I know I forgot to kind of post that we would be having this, but you know how I am about it. I always figure that whoever rocks up, well, welcome to you. You're joining the Katie's Arms, our pub online. Oh, that's quite good, isn't it? That's like last orders, but this is first orders. So welcome to everybody to Katie's Arms. How is everyone doing? How was everyone's Christmas? And how's your new year started off? Let me just say, it is all kicking off right now, isn't it? It is literally kicking off all around us. If you're not aware, I'll do some explaining in a little bit. This pub night might be a little bit more political-ish pish than normal. But that's just because of what's going on in my little world with Tommy and with Elon and with Trump and with everything. So I'm going to go there. And if it's not for you, then obviously pull your chairs over to the corner and do your own thing. So we're going to cover some of what's literally just happening as we're here, as it's just happening. Norfolk is here. Katie, I love you. Thank you. Do put South Africa is here. Do, if you have a moment, just drop where you are or say hi or whatever to anybody. Happy New Year from Staffordshire. Booked our tickets today for Rochester to see you in July. Oh, thank you so much. We are nearly out of tickets. So I have a list of, look at this. Lovely Mark now is gone formal for 2025. I don't know what's gone on. He was up in the night, he couldn't sleep. Katie's Arms notes. Look at that. Katie's Arms notes. How formal. That's from my very own husband. We now have notes, people. So I think we're supposed to read these in a minute. So at some point we will read Lovely Mark's Katie's Arms notes. They were on my desk. From my husband. It's like my PA. And then I have things to talk about. Where's streeting and Labour and bullshit, heating, social care plan. I want to talk about that. It's not sounding like a pub night, I know, but I feel like it's literally happening now. Tommy, we're going to talk about that, just releasing his message from prison and a few details that I can tell you. Trump and what he's just said brilliantly about Starmer, which I love. Elon Musk. I don't know what's going on with Elon, but well done, Elon. You're doing marvellous work. And then Nigel just coming out with his statement. So that's what we're going to do tonight, is a bit of that. And I know normally we're sort of laughing and joking at me and my ridiculousness. And I know normally we're kind of taking the piss out of me or I'm taking the piss out of people or whatever. But I feel like, importantly, we need to talk about these things, more from a gossiping point of view, but also as to what's going on point of view. What do you think? Love, Elon. Virginia's here in the US. Will Lovely Mark ever come to the pub? Oh, I can't imagine it. He's on tour, so if you come to any of the gigs, you'll see Lovely Mark. I mean, most people sort of go, "Ooh, who's that?" And I'm like, "That's Lovely Mark." And I tend to embarrass him on tour, and you'll find him on tour. And then wherever there's a long line of ladies, that's where you'll find Lovely Mark. I think it's the rumours that I put out about him having a, being a human tripod, which he doesn't thank me for. I think, actually, he should be thanking me for that, right? Isn't that good? Wouldn't you like that if your wife was going around telling everyone you had a massive schlong? Mother, if you're watching this, for God's sake. Oh, get this for a story, right? So we're at Christmas, we're all together, and Mum brings up something about Katie's Arms, at which point, of course, I say, "Mum, you're not supposed to be watching that." Well, evidently, at some point, Mumsy was watching it on her iPad, which is where she watches everything, on her iPad. And she was on her iPad and she had forgotten her little headphones. And so she was watching Katie's Arms as we're doing it, right? And am I watching the darts? Oh, isn't Luke Littler the cutest thing you ever saw? We'll talk about him in a minute. Anyway, Mumsy's watching Katie's Arms. I don't know what, playback, I suppose. I don't even know. She's got it on actual noise. And my dad is in the room. My actual dad is in the room, therefore listening at the pub. And it was one of my sweary ones. Can you remember when I had a really sweary one? Was it in Menorca? I was having a little writing holiday. So I had a really sweary one. Well, evidently, My father said, disgusting, disgusting. He was disgusted by my language and he walked out of the room. So I'll just say, Mumsy, if you're watching this, A, you're not supposed to be. B, go and watch something else. C, if you are bloody watching it, put your earphones in. Because I don't need my father then telling me it's disgusting because you opted in to listen to something. Best of times, my father can't hear. Like when I'm talking normally, my father can't hear or pretends that he's deaf. But all of a sudden, oh no, when it's the Katie's Arms and it's me swearing about something he's not supposed to be listening to, oh, all of a sudden he can hear perfectly. Yeah, well, yeah. Can I say something else as well? And then we'll definitely, I'll book for Lincoln. This is part of the notes. We're not talking about tickets yet, but thanks. Lincoln's so good. Lincoln is also so sweaty. God, did we sweat last time. We all, I would say, if you're on a weight loss program and you can get tickets for Lincoln, book now. I think cumulatively we lost probably, I don't know, a good few stone between us because we just sweated. I was sweating from the underboob. I don't even have an underboob. I was sweating from the nipples. I only have really tiny nipples. I had armpit sweat that came all the way down my little outfit into the waistband of my trousers. And there was a massive sweat pool at the bottom of my arse crack. So I had like this weird round sweat zone just near my anus. I know. All that covered by sequins and glamour. No one knew a thing. But that's Lincoln. So if you are trying to lose some of your chubby boom boom, chubby boom boom, come to Lincolnshire and you will sweat like a boxer in a sweaty sauna. And honestly, you go out, loads of ladies left. It was brilliant. It was a super hot night with a massive sweat patch around their groin area, their crotches. We went out with wet crotches, which for many of us, it's the first time in a very long time. How do we get onto this? We were supposed to be doing sensible. You see, this is what happens. I say we're going to do sensible things and talk about immediate things that I know about that I need to share with you. And then we get onto that. Anyway, come to Lincoln because you'll sweat. Yes. Something else. Oh, yes, the embarrassing thing. And then I promise then we're going to do, are there still tickets for Great Yarmouth? Ooh, no, I think that's sold out like within a minute. But please do join waitlist, ring venues, ask them to add more dates because we're backfilling in Stamford. That's part of the notes as well, but we'll talk about that later. But we're currently on night 3 in Stamford. Jimmy Carr can't sell it once. And every time I'm ringing up the B&B going, oh, can we add a night? Can we just add a night? Because we've added another night. You guys are so rock and roll. Oh yeah, quick embarrassing thing. And then we're going to do the detail of the Tommy and the Nigel and the Elon and the Trump that I can tell you. If you notice, you might not notice because you're too kind. Should we have a drink? Let's have a drink. Oh, I always get told off for liking Barefoot Molo, but I love it. And just up the road in my Legion, they stock it. I know. Right, can you see here? Can you see that there's a line? Obviously there's lines other places. There's lots of lines, obviously. But can you see, look at all the lines. Now I'm seeing all the lines like, oh, Jesus, don't look at that. But can you see this light? Right, can you see here is white, right, or lighter, and then it's dark here. Can you tell? Hold on. Right. Do you want to know what I did? So God knows where I got back from or whatever. It doesn't matter. And I looked in the mirror, and you know when you look in the mirror and you go, Jesus Christ. Like I didn't have my hair brushed or anything. And like here, the lights are really nice. So that's why you look less bad. But I was in like daylight. I looked like a bag of shit. And I looked and I was like, holy shit. Like, honestly, that is a face. I know you're all going to be nice to me. No, but really. Anyway, it was a face that could frighten kids. I looked and I thought, who the fuck is that ugly cow? And it was me. Which is also a concern because when you don't recognise your own face in the mirror, that is a sign of early onset, which we all know I've probably got. So guess what I did? I went and got my bronzer, right? This is like a cream I have from somewhere, I don't know. And I put it on the end of my tippy fingers like this. And then I just went like this, right? And I thought, you know what I'll do? And I put it under here as well so that my double chins would be like brown. And I was like, there we are, a bit of tan, that'll do it. Woke up, I think it was this morning, or yesterday morning, and then there was just like this, and actually you could see my 3 fingers here, across here. So if you're seeing a colour difference, it's real. If you're wondering why it's there, it's because I went like this. Oh, that'll make me look better. What a dick. Okay, let me tell you the story so far. Tommy in prison, Wood Hill. Right, solitary confinement. He's just released audio from prison on a phone call, I think. So do listen to that if you're interested too. Basically explaining how he shouldn't be in solitary. Solitary is going to do his head in, and I can already hear it in the way that he's speaking. And I was with Tommy straight after solitary last time, and he got to the point where he didn't know his own voice, so he couldn't go into a shop and get a new mobile phone because when he tried to speak, he was unclear about what his voice was, and the noise of it was strange, and then the idea of talking to someone was strange. And he's already talking about how visits now, he kind of dreads a visit because being in a visit is awkward because he's not seeing people, so it's awkward to do a visit, and then because people will expect him to be a certain way, but then it's difficult. Right, and that is really not good at all. So he's talking about that. Meanwhile, Elon Musk, over in the States, he's literally, I don't know what's happening with Elon right this second, but I'm guessing that when Elon's like really intense, he's like super intense, which is the reason he can design a starship at the same time as designing Teslas. And you all know that I think Tesla owners are complete wankers. So, you know, we can love things about people and not. So Elon's like, oh, it's Monday, I'll just design a spaceship. Oh, it's Tuesday, I'll just design an electric vehicle and maybe a Cybertruck. Oh, it's Wednesday, I think I'll take over Twitter for $44 billion. Oh, it's Thursday, what shall I do? I know, I'll throw 400 hand grenades into the British political system. He's literally got his grenade belt loaded and he's like, right now, right? Just pulling, because you would wear them, if you don't know a grenade belt, you wear them around and just pull them off and lob them. It's terrific fun. Right, back away from my grenade throwing days, although arguably those are still here. So Elon Musk right now is literally like, hello. He just called Jess Phillips, oh, don't lose Mark's note for God's sake, Elon Musk to Jess Phillips. If you don't know who Jess Phillips is, I'll explain. He called Jess Phillips a rape genocide apologist on Twitter. Obviously, rape genocide apologist isn't a funny thing to be, but the fact that Elon is over in the States calling Jess Phillips, who is a complete munter, and I don't mean that in a visual way, although she is also munted. Like, she fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. And I say that as a woman who's got fingered foreheads because of my tanning situation, right? So Jess Phillips is one of those who looks like rough as a, you know, dog's arse, but it's like, right, I'm going to be even rougher because I'm from Labour, right? So I'm like, I can't do it, obviously, because it doesn't work with my accent, but like, yeah, I'm Jess Phillips. I'm down with the people. That's why I like wear a shitty sweater in like a shitty, you know, skin colour whilst looking like skin, and my hair's the colour of skin. So basically my hair is skin, my face is skin, my sweater looks like skin, and I'm just going to talk about like going up on a council estate. Fuck me, I love Muslims. Right, I don't like know all of Jess Phillips' policies, but that would be a fair summary, right? The people who are going to vote for her in her area are Muslim individuals, no racism or something phobia intended, just fact. So she needs to play to them, fact. Otherwise she's not getting back in, fact. So it seems like the way that Jess Phillips tries to get re-elected is by appearing like a human foreskin at all times. Like, you wouldn't reckon, if you had a willy and a foreskin, and then Jess Phillips side by side, you wouldn't know the difference. Like, literally, if you pulled up one of Jess Phillips' skin-coloured roll necks, it's the same. Same. Like, everything, it's just, it's grey and grim, it's grimy, I'm so grim and grimy, look at me, I didn't even bother to get dressed. I haven't actually showered my foof since I was elected because I'm so poor and down with the people because I represent Labour. Look at me. I'm a human foreskin with a massively smelly foof. Oh, I just lost my voice. Hold on. Imagine living with this amount of energy. That's so funny. That's so funny. It's so true. So true. The minute I wake up, it starts as well. If you're like me, you'll understand. So, like, if the light goes on in my head at 5 a.m, boom, I'm up. I can't lie there. And I always admire people that can lie in. Anyway, so Elon just said to Keir Starmer, he's not wanted. He must face charges for his complicity in the worst crime of history of Britain. Elon Musk is saying that Keir Starmer should be prosecuted for being complicit in the cover-up of the rape of Britain. I mean, he's just literally lobbing this stuff in right now. And honestly, I love it. Now, there's going to be all different views out here. What's wrong with the camera? I have no idea. It might cut out. And let me just say quickly. So sometimes we get cut off when I'm speaking. There's people that are working together now to try and have the Katie's Arms taken down, and actually my Instagram as well. So if it does cut off, please know that I will try and return to it. But as you know, we won't be beaten. And I will just say on that, I want to get back to different views on Elon as well. And then I want to get to Farage. It's important, I think. If I can just mention, we are nearly, Milei and Argentina. I'm so proud. And that's my next endeavour, is to get to Argentina and to Javier Milei with his chainsaw. I don't know why I've gone French, because that's nothing to do with that, but never mind. Back to point. Being shut down, 1 million followers. We are nearly at 1 million followers on our Instagram family here. Your platform. This is your Instagram. So you and your family here are nearly at 1 million followers. So what I wanted to ask you, and I promised to go back to Elon and Farage and Tommy, is what would you like me to do for 1 million followers? So I brought this up at home and asked everybody. Max was telling me that a YouTuber he knows who's got 40 million followers planted 40 million trees. I was like, that. Well, that is excellent, isn't it? Fuck off. Not to my son, obviously. But I'm not planting 40 million trees. I'm not going to plant 1 million trees either. I mean, well done trees, and well done people who plant trees, marvellous. But I ain't doing planting trees. It needs to be funsies with a capital F, and usually it needs to involve me representing, right, speaking up, or at least causing people to laugh. I'm not standing out there in the effing cold in the UK planting bastard trees. I mean, well done polar bears, well done penguins, well done all the little animals and the creatures, well done, super duper, good, excellent. I'm not planting pissing trees. So my idea is this, let me tell you briefly and then we'll move along. I am willing to stand naked outside number 10 with a sandwich board. You know those things? What do you call a sandwich board? You need to own the land to plant them on. Oh, you fuck that as well. Also, I'm not planting bastard trees. Like, fuck it. The environment's fine. There's no problem with the climate. Everything's fine. If everyone just cracked on and stopped gabbing on about fucking animals, just ate them. Everyone just got on with eating animals. Everyone would be fine. Animals don't mind it. People look great. Boom. Solved. Right. So my idea is we could clap in our back garden for me. That's so funny. So a sandwich board, when you get those guys that stand on the street corner with a sandwich board pointing to somewhere, the restaurant this way. So my idea is to stand with a massive sandwich board, ideally above my head as well, naked, must be in heels, right? You've got to have heels on. I guess you have to cover your nipples, do you? Legally, do you have to? I don't know. Anyway, outside number 10, with whatever message you guys decide by method of voting. So we could narrow it down to like Keir Starmer screwed his nan, whatever. And I stand there outside Number 10 as a voice of the people. I know I'm not a voice of the people, I'm just me, but right. And you decide red heels. Very good. Now you see, that is my kind of person right there. Don't worry about the other details. Don't worry about having your foof out, shaving your legs. The heels have to be red. Exactly. Red heels, red nipple tassels, sandwich board, and a message from us to Keir Starmer. What do you reckon? Or it can be other ideas, but don't tell me plant fucking trees, because I'm not talking about that kind of idea. So now let's move back to topic. Nigel Farage just comes out and does a piece to camera, which he has been, how can I put this? So the people that organise what Farage does and how he presents himself and the best strategy to get him to Number 10 know that he has to explain Tommy Robinson and his strategy for Tommy. Their plan that Farage has just delivered now is to say, Tommy likes to say that he's a political prisoner. In fact, Tommy has been guilty of many things: mortgage fraud, passport fraud, blah, 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 whatever he says, right? So that's the next bit. He's guilty of other things. It's not about being political prisoner. We don't need him in Reform. Reform is a serious political party and we want to take power in the UK. So that's the argument, logically divided into four, and that's what he's been given to say. Okay, I think some elements of that argument are really, really smart. If I'm Nigel now, right? I'm Nigel Farage. I am deadly serious about leading the UK and building a credible political party to lead the UK. I recognise that we need to be a broad church. I recognise there are people who can help us in our mission to be in Number 10 and take control of the UK. But we need to work together. We need to work in parallel. And in order for me to work as a serious political party, some of us will work inside the party and some of us will be helping from outside of the party. That's how I would phrase it. To me, that is a no-fail solution. You're serious, boom. You need to get political power. Totally agree. You're the thing that's going to do it. No one else is going to deliver it. But recognise the help and support and we are working in parallel. We appreciate people working outside the party to bring power to the people. Why not phrase it that way? Right? Why feel the need to keep crushing Tommy? Why feel the need to keep crushing Tommy supporters or snarling at them in conferences? Just frame it differently. I know the diagram, so frustrating to me as an outsider. You know, the boys just say, oh, we're serious. This can be the political party. What you're saying is, oh, isn't it great that we have people operating here outside of the formal party, helping to deliver the power that we want to take by taking Number 10. Just frame it this way, boys. Whoever Nigel's handler is, frame it as working in parallel. Stop framing it like Tommy's the bad guy, he's done naughty things, we don't want him, or his kind of people. It's so simple. And they're making it so hard. That's my plea. I support Nigel, support Reform, believe that they're the only credible solution right now. I support, but please rethink your messaging. Okay. So that's Nigel. And then Trumpy Trump. This is the best. Right, let's have a little drinky plinky. They have to support Tommy. I know. But I also see how they have to be a serious political party and not be ripped apart. And they need the funders. And it might be that people will pull funding. So I understand both sides. I understand that I'm being kept out. Bloody Aaron Banks said, Katie, you know, we're a serious organisation. Like I haven't been around seriously all this time. It doesn't matter. Reform are the answer. It's just the wording, the verbiage that needs to change. Right, let's talk Trump. So, Trump just tweeted to Keir Starmer, hold on. Trump demands Keir Starmer opens up the North Sea and gets rid of windmills. There's things I love about this, right? How to get Keir out. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Keir's not long. Not when you've got this kind of mobilisation, the Elon factor, the Trump factor. They just got Nick Clegg replaced at Meta. So Facebook, Nick Clegg is out. Trump's man is in. All of the stars are lining up. I'm telling you, I've felt this for 4 years now. And so this to me is just, you know, the roller coaster is just building up speed. It's just brilliant. Let me tell you. It's the fact that Trump calls wind turbines windmills. He makes it sound like right? Windmills. Like bagpuss. So Trump is now telling Keir what to do about his energy. Elon's telling Keir that he needs to be locked up, prosecuted for his complicity in grooming gangs. And then you've got Elon calling Jess Phillips a foreskin or whatever he didn't call her that, but you know what I'm saying. It's just genius. I love it. I love it. Someone on here calling me a fascist. Imagine thinking that what you think matters now. Oh, let me just count. Oh, Millet, Geert Wilders, Meloni in Italy, Macron's about to be out and Marine Le Pen's about to be in, Trump, yeah, he's about to be inaugurated. I mean, I don't know. Eastern Europe, always standing firm. You're just a little lefty calling someone a name on their own channel. Nick Clegg out at Meta. Keir Starmer soon to be out in government. I mean, it's just that we're winning so hard now that it's really difficult to be hurt by anyone. Come on. Okay, we've got 2 minutes left. Oh, shit, I haven't told you any of Mark's things. Shit. Oh, not allowed to swear on thing. New shows, Princess Theatre, Hunstanton. So King's Lynn binned us off. Do you remember the church? Because of pride. So we are going to rally back near King's Lynn in Hunstanton. So if you go to the Princess Theatre in Hunstanton, they're selling tickets. And we intend to go and show King's Lynn that we're coming their way anyway. And I probably will go and visit the church myself. We have added a third night at the Stamford Corn Exchange. Jimmy Carr can't sell it once, but you know, we're adding a third night. Tickets available direct from the venue. Well done, Mark. We're doing a week of, are we? Who's this we? Lovely Mark says, we're doing a week of warm-up shows. Oh, are we? Oh, well, don't mind anyone telling what. Lovely Mark says, we're doing warm-up shows. Is he going to be on the stage, is he? Lovely Mark? Is he doing it? Is he writing and scripting and coming up with the funny? Is he? No. He stood at the back with his mighty penis being, you know, poured over by lovely ladies, which I absolutely encourage. But anyway, let me tell you what Lovely Mark said. Lovely Mark says, we are. A week of warm-up shows mid-April. And the first to be announced is 2 shows in Glasgow. Fucking news to me. Tickets at katiesarms.com. So I'm doing 2 shows in Glasgow, apparently. And then we're doing a series of warm-up shows, apparently, mid-April. Well, frickin' dance, monkey, dance. What is this? Lovely Mark is now the circus master, like that guy. What's he called? That Hugh Jackman. Lovely Mark is now Hugh Jackman, and I'm just like the weirded beardo lip. I'm not allowed to do that impression, am I? I'm just the bearded lady. No, right. And, oh yes, I'm not supposed to say this, but never mind, I'm saying what I like now. 2 shows at the Butter Market in Shrewsbury, direct from the Butter Market. I'm not supposed to mention this yet. Well, screw you, lovely Mark. I'm not doing what I'm told now, I'm saying what I want. So if you want to get in on the Butter Market, do it now, and I'm going to deny that I told you, so don't tell lovely Mark that I said anything. Most venues are now sold out. Oh, we. Did you sell them out? Did you, lovely Mark? Or was it me? I mean, you know, given it's the big we. We've just a few tickets left for Western Supermare, Rochester Casino Rooms. Oh, that's going to go off. Belfast Europa Hotel. And Isle of Man. Belfast. Jesus God. That was a night. Right, we're 1 minute past, and I always promise that I won't take up your time. So thank you. I'm really well. Thank you. I'm really, really well. Cardiff. Ah, yes, Cardiff. Hold on to your hats for Cardiff. There's lots of big news for 2025. I'm working on a new book, pointing out some of the stuff we've been talking about. The tour. We'll have Tommy news. I'll be in, if you're coming to DC for the Trump inauguration, do keep your eye out for me. Keep your eye out or eyes out? Well, if you've got one eye, obviously just one, but if you've got 2 eyes, keep your eyes out, because I'll be there. You'll see me. I'll be wearing the Union flag. So I will see you in DC on the 20th, and I'll obviously be bringing that to Katie's Arms and to all of our reporting. But otherwise, you know, do remember now, darlings, we are winning hard. I have felt this win for the last 4 years. I've felt it. I felt things change. It's almost like an earthquake, and you're the only one that can feel it for a while. But now more and more people are starting. I don't think I want this action to be, don't want the audio to be edited. But I can feel like the earthquake now is, people are starting to feel the ground shake a bit. So it's exciting. It's exciting. I'm excited. Be excited. And I'll see you in the week for Batshit Bonkers Britain. Thanks so much for making that now one of the most viewed things on Instagram. Keep your ideas coming at katiesarms.com. Drop your email at www.katiesarms.com. Let me know your suggestions for celebrating 1 million followers on Insta when we get there. And otherwise, just bloody go at it this week. Have one example this week, right, where someone pisses you off for the last time and you just say, actually no, I'm not doing this anymore. No, I've had enough of this and I'm moving on. It was nice to know you. Just have one example where you stand up, step up for yourself and draw a line, because that is what we need to do. Okay, everybody, cheers, cheers, cheers. Thank you for all that you do for me. Without you, I don't have this voice, although I am losing it now because of my impressions of Jess Phillips as a foreskin. And I will see you somewhere on the road very, very soon.